Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be washing my sponges and just talking, which I've never made a video like this, so hopefully it's something that you guys actually like. And if you're wondering, this is kind of gross, so I'm not going to show it, because it has like that, you know when soap like dries on the top of something? I'm washing my sponges with the Castile soap, but basically I'm just going to be talking about how like, I feel like people raise their kids to be literal, like, miniature sacks of shit. Like, I'm not trying to be controversial or nothing, but kids are so mean, and, like, kids are always snickering at people or treating people like shit, like, and I feel like that is a fault of the parents, and I'm not a parent, so I'm not trying to tell you guys how to raise your kids, but, like, I'm sorry, some kids are so, and, like, seems like they're already indoctrinated with, like, such evil, and it's crazy. It's really, like, just something really, really weird to me, because, like, I don't know, I just find it so weird and so strange. Hopefully you guys can actually hear me, because I am actually washing my sponges, because literally all my sponges are dirty, like, every one of them, so I'm sorry, and I need to wash all of them, and this lighting might be trash, because, but yeah. But like I was saying, like, I was on TikTok last night, and there's this girl's videos that I like to watch, because she's good at dancing and stuff, and she's plus size, she's chunky, you know what I'm saying, she's big. And all these little ass kids, like, I'm not playing, all these little kids commenting, like, telling her she's gross, she needs to lose weight, she's unhealthy, blah, blah, blah. And keep in mind, this person's making dancing videos. They're not making, like, this person is not sitting around making, like, health videos. They're not making fitness videos. It ain't like they're in the doctor's office making a video of them, like, getting scans done or something. No, they're literally making dance videos, like everybody does on TikTok. And these little kids are just rude. And you know people hear this stuff from their parents. Like, I feel like a lot of kids, like, hear this stuff from their parents, so they treat everybody like crap because their parents treat everybody like crap. Which really, really speaks to, like, it really speaks to, like, the world we live in, and, like, basically how people treat others, and how, like, it's seemingly okay to just pick people apart. Like, I've noticed, like, anybody that's not the norm, if you have gap teeth, or if you have, like, this is not stuff, like, the little things I bring up aren't stuff that have to do with oppression. I'm talking about, like, black people get, like, the most hateful comments, especially black women get the most hateful comments on YouTube. And, like, fat people get full comments, like, I know for me, I used to get horrible hateful comments on Tumblr. When I was really active on Tumblr, I used to get really hateful comments, and, like, I would get death threats and stuff like that. Literally, and I'm not kidding, just for posting photos of myself, just for being regular-ass bitch posting photos. So it wasn't like I was, like, doing anything crazy or anything, like, radical. I was just posting photos and, like, just being a regular cute bitch. I was just being regular. Like everybody does. If they feel cute, they post a photo, you know what I'm saying? But somehow, that was threatening to people. And, like, I find this weird. I find this idea of, like, marginalized people just existing, being threatening to, like, the majority. I find this topic very interesting, because I feel like the majority people are threatened by marginalized people, and that's really true. Like, they feel threatened by us. Like, oh, if they feel good about themselves, well, if they feel good about themselves, that's gonna take away us being better. Better, in quotations. And I feel like a lot of skinny people do this to fat people. Like, they feel threatened by confidence. If you're big and you have confidence, they feel threatened by that. and they get real upset. They get real in their feelings. Like, I was watching this video. Basically, it was about, like, metabolism by this one girl that she talks about really interesting topics. The YouTube channel is Okay to Be Fat. And this person always makes, like, really interesting videos and puts a lot of, like, really good science behind everything, and, like, is always talking about something like that. But that person gets, like, a lot of hate. And, like, people don't even go read the science articles or any of that she puts up there. They literally just read it and get threatened, and then they start knee-jerk commenting, which I find really strange. Like, to me, I would at least, like, read the stuff before I start commenting hateful stuff. It's almost, like, inhuman. Like, to me, it feels like, I feel like human beings should, like, not treat each other like this, which, I mean, that sounds kind of hippie-ish, but, like, that's how I feel. But I feel like humans, like, I don't know, I feel like we're getting to a place where they're just not even being human to each other anymore. I really thought that would take me longer than it did, so I'm just going to continue the conversation. And I thought that would take me a lot longer, but yeah, basically, I feel like people have this need to, when they see, and I'm not talking about all people, well, some fat people do this to other fat people too. I'm speaking on, like, the fat experience right now because, like, this is me, like, checking my privilege right now. I am, like, a light skin, like, kind of, not white passing, but, like, non-black passing, so, like, people don't really, and I'm not saying this, like, I feel like some people, when you say you're, like, passing, people are like, oh, self-hate, you don't want to look, no, I do, like, I love the way I look, and I also love the way, like, other black people look, that have a lot of black features, which I really don't have a lot of black features, and, like, I feel like I'm not read, like, right away as black, so I don't get as many, like, racist hate comments, but I've noticed a lot of dark-skinned black people on YouTube, especially dark-skinned plus-size black people, get so hateful comments, and, like, I just wonder, like, why is it okay for people, especially children, when children do it, it's even more hurtful to me, because, like, I feel like kids, like, you're already so hateful, and you're at this age, like, to me, it's just really sad, and it's just really depressing to me, like, to think about that our future, the future generation of this world is already being taught to be so hateful, and to be basically just so evil towards other people. Like, I really don't understand why that is, and I don't know, it's just really sad to me, like, it's very sad, and, and, like, I notice on social media especially, like, even in person though, like, I've went places in person, like, when I was younger, like, now, I don't really, well, I'm in my house a lot, to be honest, like, I don't really, like, I'm not really a person that, like, always likes to be around people, but, like, when I used to go to the park when I was, like, younger and stuff, I would get little kids, like, they would be so mean to me, like, treat me like crap, and, like, I feel like, honestly, it's gotten even worse now with social media. Then kids get online, and adults do this too. I'm not getting y'all out of this trouble, adults, because y'all do that shit too, so let me just round y'all up too for this conversation, because I feel like adults do it, and then the kids see the adults do it, and then they mimic, which that's what kids do a lot, because, like, they're learning how to be in the world and how to act as a citizen, as a person of the world, not, like, of, like, America or something, but of the world. As a person of the world, they're trying to figure out how to act, and, like, I feel like as adults, like, we need to do better, like, even, like, adults that don't even have kids, like, I feel like the world just teaches kids and people in general to be so hateful, and, like, I don't care how hippie-ish that this comes off, I feel like kids are taught to be so hateful, And people in general are just so hateful. Like, people comment, like, they see, if they see a person that does not fit the norm, they must pick it apart. They must shred, instead of just, like, they're just a regular ass person, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to shred somebody just because you somehow think you're better than them, when in reality, nobody's better than anybody. Like, society might see you better than somebody else, but that's not something to be proud of. Like, that's not, society picking and choosing who's better than other people is not something we should be proud of as a world. It's something that we need to dismantle and fix and change. It's not something that we should sit there and accept, you know what I'm saying? And, like, yeah, I know a lot of people that are, like, I know a lot of thin people are going to say, well, what about us? Like, I'm not saying that thin people don't get picked on, but what I'm saying is that fat people are treated a lot worse than thin people in society. And I'm not even gonna get into the politics of this shit, because I could be here for hours talking about it. Talking about how, like, fat people are denied jobs versus thin people. Fat people are, like, seen as basically less human and stuff. And then if you add other things into it, like if you're LGBTQ+, and if you're, like, black or a person of color, then that adds more to it. That's more hate that you're gonna get, and you're gonna be shredded. And I feel like, when does it end? Like, when does it end? When do we stop shredding people, throwing people through the shredder for just existing? Like, when do we start, like, just letting people live? When do we start, like, where does it end? Because really, to me, like, I'm seeing that it's only seeming to get worse. And I know that there is a lot of activists online and a lot of activists in person that are doing a lot of good work to change things. But to me, it seems like even within body positivity, even within, like, fighting for marginalized people and, like, rights for marginalized people and for marginalized bodies, different bodies, like disabled people, people that just have different things, like different things than others. Different things than just what society deems perfect. Like, they're not the ones even being seen, really. I mean, I'm seeing a little bit of it, and yeah, it's great to see that, but why, at what point do we get more than scraps? That's what I want to know. At what point do we get more than scraps, and we're not just sitting there, like, being thrown scraps, like, oh, here, we'll throw one fat person in here, we'll throw one black person in here, we'll throw a black person in this makeup campaign, but we don't even carry their foundation shade, like, stuff like that. Like, when do we actually get real visibility? And when do we actually get real, not even just visibility, because visibility, yeah, it helps, but I mean, when does it really change our life? Like, when does it really change how people are really treating people out here? Because people are really treating people like garbage, and that's really what it is. Like, people are really treating people that are different like shit out here. Like, it isn't just like I go online. It isn't just like you go online and you get some hate and you whatever. No, you're literally, like, in the world being treated like garbage. Like, online, for me, like, yeah, you get a lot of hateful comments, but there's also communities of people that are just like you that you will be, but even within those communities, this is the thing that's really sad to me, like, even within these communities of people, of different people, even within these communities of different people, there's still hierarchies even within these communities. Like, I've noticed that even, like, within body positivity, how many dark-skinned black people do you see in campaigns versus that are also fat, versus how many fat white women are you seeing in these campaigns? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, like, it's really, there's always a hierarchy. And then, how many people are you seeing that don't have a flat stomach and curves and stuff? I have curves. I'm not saying there's anything against. Those people should be seen too. But then there's an overseeing of those people. And then everyone else, oh, oh, it's okay if you have a shape, but then if you're round, then you're gross. Like, that's not cool. And I've noticed that people that have different shapes, they get more hate comments about being unhealthy, even though what the fuck does your shape have to do with your health? Nothing. Like, whether you're curvy or you're apple-shaped has nothing to do with your health. So why are these people getting more hate comments about health than people who are curvy and have a flat stomach? Because regardless, I mean, they weigh the same. Like, it makes no sense. It really doesn't make any sense. And, like, every time I try to make sense of this, like, I really, my brain just goes all over the place, because I really cannot make sense of how people are just so hateful. Like, people are so hateful in this world, and really, like, I mean, I try to look at it as, oh, well, that's some people, but then the rest of the people aren't like this. But no, that's not true. Like, when you think about it, that's really not even true. And, like, that's really sad. Like, it's really sad that that's not true. It's not true. You realize that really, most of the people are trash. Like, it's really true. The small amount of good people there are, like, they're not stopping the shit people. They're not. Like, I've known so many nice people that hang out with literal bags of, like, garbage. Like, they might as well put some legs on that bag of garbage and, like, start walking. And these nice people are hanging out with these people. And they're not telling these people, you're messed up for that. That wasn't right. Like, they're not calling these people out. Or calling them in, which I feel like calling in works better than calling out, because calling out sometimes, then they're just offended and knee-jerk reaction and stuff. But, like, I'm saying, but it also isn't marginalized people's job to be, like, coddling and stuff. I'm talking about people that are friends with people and they want to take the time to call in and be nice. Because the people who they're attacking, it is not their job to be nice. Because if somebody's attacking me, I'm not going to sit there and be kind and be nice. Which, I mean, I'm always going to try to be kind, but I'm not going to be nice. Like, I'm not going to, like, coddle them. That's not me. These are just some thoughts I'm having and some feelings I'm having about basically the world and, like, social media and stuff. Like, just a lot of things. I don't know. I hope this made sense. I just had to get this off my chest, and, like, I just wanted to talk about this. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to see videos from me, and I will see you guys later. Bye.